Hey there, Aries, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of February 14th through February 20th, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Aries, please remember energies do go both ways, so I could be picking up on your energy or your person's energy. Take the energies as they resonate. All right, Aries, the main energy for your reading this week is the world. There's a cycle closing out here for you. It's almost like this is the end of one chapter and we're starting another chapter. I'm not really sure what this is about, but we'll definitely see when we clarify. In the recent past, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands. You're showing me here that there's a certain situation that you're deciding to walk away from, right? You're kind of like, you know what? I'm going to take the first steps in walking away and leaving this behind and just, being like, okay, I'm disconnecting from this energy. Now, what's interesting is you're also showing me, yeah, I'm going to let this person know that I'm walking away, though. This is kind of an energy of like, hey, I'm going to block you. This is just a scenario coming in my head. I'm going to block you, and I'm letting you know that I'm going to block you because you pissed me off. Okay, goodbye. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. It's a little bit, I want to say childish. It's almost like you're trying to prove a point here. like I warned you, told you I was going to do this, and I'm doing it, so, type thing. In the current situation, you get the Justice, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. There was some heartbreak, some emotional pain that you were working through in the current situation, which I feel like is getting resolved. Whatever emotional pain you've been carrying along with you for quite some time, I feel, is getting taken care of. It's getting resolved, and it's getting replaced with happiness. Lots and lots and lots of happiness. So your current situation is looking incredible. In the near future, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Overall, you're doing pretty good in the near future. You're stable, you're focusing on yourself, you've got your stability, kind of like, you're good. You're good. Really good energy. But there is one thing here. It's almost like this little thorn in your side, this little pebble in your shoe, which is just pissing you off. It's kind of like there's this one little thing which is weighing on you and you're like, oh my God, what the heck? Why? Like, it's 99% great, and then there's that one little thing where you're like, what the heck? What is this? I'm interested. I can tell you right now, this is going to be an intense reading. Let's take a look at the main energy for your reading this week, which is the world. Wow, you get the world twice. The world is clarified by the world, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. You're healing. Whatever is coming to an end here, whatever chapter is closing out for you, I feel like there's a lot of healing going on, but I don't feel like you realize that you're healing. It's almost like, how you get to the end of something and you're so focused on the ending, you're so focused on the fact that whatever this is closing out, you don't even see the added value, the added benefit of healing. And you're going through a lot of healing this week. But I don't feel like you realize it. I feel like you're just kind of like, oh, this is over, this is done, And again, I don't see pain here quite yet. So it's almost like maybe you were aware that this is coming to an end, you just kind of didn't want it to. But let's see. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to see what this Page of Pentacles is for you. I was getting very childish energy off of this. Interesting. Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Justice, which you get again in the same row in the current situation, the Lovers, and the Two of Wands. You're taking very, very small steps towards remedying something, towards balancing something out. It's almost like there's a situation between you and somebody else, and you and this person have a really, really, really intense connection, by the way. And you're showing me here, like, you know what? I'm going to take one step forward, and I'm going to wait. It's almost like you're sending them a text message, or you're calling them, or you're just DMing them and being like, hey, sorry. And then you're just like, okay, I'm going to wait and see what happens. You feel the passion, you feel this intense connection, and you are, like, the intention behind your action is, I want to make things right with this person. But you're not doing much. There's a lot of stop and go. It's almost like you message them one day, and then you don't talk to them for a week. or you message them one day and then you just wait to see what they'll do. It's kind of like, I can see where you're coming from. You're coming from a very good place, but I don't know if this other person is going to realize like this is the intention behind your actions. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords for you in the recent past. Six of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. You're very confused, or you were very confused in the recent past. It's almost like you didn't know where the solid ground was. What you're showing me here, it's like, I want to leave the bullshit behind. I want to leave the drama behind. I want to leave all the messy, confusing energy behind, but I don't know which way to go. I don't know, like, if I do this, is this going to lead to a solid relationship? If I do this, is this going to lead to stability? It's like you don't know, you know what you want to leave behind and you know what you want to achieve with this person, but you don't really know how to get there. You don't know which actions are going to get you there, which again is also why I feel like you're like doing little bits, kind of maybe testing out the waters to see like, okay, if I do this, if I do that, what's the reaction going to be? Let's take a look at the Eight of Wands in the recent past. The Eight of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups. You're very attracted to this person, in case that's not obvious. Like, this connection is intense, and it's very passionate, too. Very fiery. You're fiery, they're fiery. Y'all are both fiery together. There's a lot of, hot tamale type of energy. And again, I do see you making moves. I see you being the one to communicate, and you are coming from a very loving place. Like, when this connection shows up, you're showing me Two of Cups. You're showing me lovers. You're showing me very, very loving, passionate, intense energy. But again, you're not doing much. You're showing up under the Page energy. Pages is like teeny tiny drop in a bucket type steps. So again, I do see you communicating. I do see you making the moves, but you're progressing like this much when you feel this much, you know? And again, it's because you're confused. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go to get this connection, to get this person to realize where you're coming from. Let's take a look at your current situation. I want to see what this Justice is for you in the current situation. You got 3 pages on the table. There's definitely a lot of communication. Definitely a lot of communication, but it's not leading anywhere. It's almost kind of like it's y'all are walking around in circles type thing. Because neither you nor the other person, by the way, I'm not just putting this on you, but neither you nor them is making that grand gesture, despite the fact that I feel like you both feel this connection. You both feel the intensity of it. The Justice is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Again, you don't want to let this connection go. You do want to make things right, and I do see you making small steps towards doing that. However, you're also afraid that this isn't going to work out, and so I see you showing me like, okay, I'm not putting all my eggs in this basket. I'm not fully committing to this idea of I'm going to get this connection back. Not because you don't want to. You feel the love, you feel the connection, but I feel like because you're doing so little, and I feel like the other person is not really picking up what you're putting down, or you're not putting enough effort for what the other person is looking for, they're kind of like not responding in the way that you want them to. And so you're kind of like, okay, well, I mean, I'm trying, but I'm not going to just like, put 100% into this. And I can see you not putting 100%. You're putting in 10% maybe, because you don't want to fully emotionally invest in this. Let's take a look at the Three of Swords for you in the current situation. The Three of Swords is clarified by the Hermit, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So not only are you confused when it comes to this connection, like what do I do in order to get this person to, reciprocate the love and the effort that I'm putting in? Deep down, this is somebody from your past, in case I haven't made that obvious. You have history with this person. Deep down, you want to reconcile with this person. That's why you're trying to make all these efforts. That's why you're trying to make things right between the two of you. That's why you're trying to get the ball rolling in that direction. However, deep down, you're also still carrying emotional pain tied up to this connection that you haven't worked through. It's almost like this, you do love this person. You do care a lot about this person. You do want this connection in your life. And I do see you making small steps to make it happen. But I feel like another reason that you're so confused and why it's so difficult for you to actually fully show up 100% how you feel is because of this Three of Swords, because there's still some emotional pain tied up to this connection that you haven't worked through. And so you're kind of like, well, if I put 100% and this doesn't work out, I'm just going to be heartbroken again, and I don't want to do that. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups for you in the current situation. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Magician. You're manifesting love, you're manifesting happiness, you're manifesting balance and equal give and take in this connection. Again, you are putting in effort. I feel like you're putting in tiny bits of effort, but you are putting in effort. You want this person to reciprocate that. I feel like this person is not reciprocating it, but it's almost like you know that they feel what you're feeling. You know that the love, the passion, the intensity that you feel, they're feeling it too. But they're in the 3D world, they're not reciprocating it. And you're showing me here in the current situation, you're manifesting them reciprocating that. You want them to show you that they love you too, that they have these feelings too, that they're putting in some effort to make this work as well. It's kind of a little bit one-sided right now in terms of you putting in all the effort, them not doing much, at least in the 3D world. Energetically, they're definitely communicating with you. But I don't see them doing much here. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see what this Nine of Pentacles is for you in the near future. Nope, that's way too many cards, Spirit. Only 3, please. 3 cards for the Nine of Pentacles in the near future for Aries. Oh. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Swords, the Sun, the Eight of Pentacles. In the near future, you're showing me here that you're a little bit, it's almost like, I don't want to say fear, but it's kind of like fear took over where you're like, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if the happiness that I want is actually going to happen. So you're kind of pulling back. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to be investing energy into this. I feel like you just kind of stopped communicating, stopped texting, stopped doing anything because you want to see what they're going to do. And also because you're not sure that they're actually not into you, but you're not sure that they want this as much as you do, that they want to make this work, that they want to achieve that happy forever goal with you. And so you're showing me here in the near future, you know what, I don't really trust this person. I don't really trust that they're going to meet me halfway. I don't really trust that this is going to work out. So I'm kind of going to just focus on myself for a little bit. I'm going to withdraw my energy and invest it in myself. Interesting. Let's take a look at this Ten of Wands for you in the near future. Nice. Ten of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Just as it gets too hard, just as you're like, you know what, I'm going to give up. I don't see this working out. Maybe this is just not meant to be. Spirit comes in and flips it all around for you. And somebody's going to come in, and I feel like either you're going to make that one final attempt where you're like, you know what, I'm going to reach out to them and see what happens. And you're like, okay, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to see if they respond. Or they're going to come in and be like, you know what? Hey, either way, somebody here is coming in, making an offer, making some form of communication, and it leads to a lot of happiness. It leads to a lot of happiness. And you got the Ten of Cups in the current situation tied up to you manifesting this. So you manifested this whole scenario happening. And your manifestation comes true in the near future. It comes to fruition. That's cool. Let's take a look. Okay. One more for the Seven of Wands in the near future. Love it. I love it. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Hangman, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Cups. You got the Three of Swords in the current situation tied up to you really wanting to reconcile with this person. And deep down, still carrying some emotional pain that you needed to work through. In the near future, it's almost like you gained this new perspective and a new understanding of what this emotional pain really was, what you were carrying along with you and how you can work through it. And it's almost kind of like, how you have like a clogged drain or something like that. This is a stupid metaphor. I apologize, Aries. But it's like a clogged drain. That emotional pain is the clog. And it's almost like you gained a new perspective of okay, this is how I can work through this and release it. Release this emotional pain. And once you do that, it's like the floodgates open. You release that clog and the water flows through. Love flows through. Emotional balance and happiness flows through. So it's like you were very, very resistant to something. You were very, like, again, clogged up emotionally, and then you realize something. It's almost like spirit came in and gave you this like new perspective, and you're like, oh, and you release, you work through that emotional pain, and it's just beautiful, beautiful energy coming in the near future. Wow. Wow. I love that. Let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind this week, Aries. Yeah. From the universe, you get the Fool, the Nine of Wands, the Strength. This has been hard. It's been hard. This whole journey has been difficult for you. You've really put yourself out there. You really took, what you were doing took a lot of effort and courage on your behalf, because you really like were putting yourself out there. And I feel like this other person just really wasn't reciprocating much. But Spirit is here to let me know, like, that brand new beginning that you want, it's right there. You got this much more to go, and it is right freaking there. Beautiful. Let's close off your reading with an oracle card from the universe. Oh. Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, this is beautiful, because the energy that you saw in the recent past and you're seeing in the current situation, it's almost like you feel like, okay, this person's not going to change. I keep trying. I keep communicating. I keep making efforts, and they're nothing. It's nothing. They're not reciprocating. Spirit is here to let you know it's not set in stone. This is not the final destination for you and this person. And I feel like in the near future, you're going to make one final attempt. You know how you have that one text where you're like, you know what? Hell, I'm just going to say what I got to say. Or this person's going to come in and finally just that one little bit, and it changes everything. So Aries, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to check out your monthly channel, or your monthly reading up on the channel now. Thank you again for tuning in, Aries. I'll see you here for your reading next week. Bye, Aries.